Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A few moments ago, it was Desmond Trufant of the Falcons making their way out of the tunnel to the delight of this sold-out crowd as his guys get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, it's been a lost first month of the season, that's for sure, as they come in with an 0-4 record.
And the window's not shut on them, though. They still have a chance to make something out of this season, but it has to start right now.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by their quarterback from Central Florida. It's Blake Bortles.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Here we go. 380.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And the offensive unit now for the Jaguars.
Brandon, if I told you I wanted to talk about a running back that averaged 4.4 yards a carry, scored 5 touchdowns on 772 total yards, you'd want to do that, right? Exactly, because that's what we're going to do. Bilal Powell, he had a big year in 2017, knows how to run in traffic, knows how to get to the perimeter, and can shake people in the secondary and take it the distance. Big year for Bilal Powell in 2017.
380.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still second down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
380.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
380.
Bortles now on the option left side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Able to get away. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He got 29 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And his throw here's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Time to see how Atlanta will line up defensively. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Shotgun now for Bortles. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick of the 2008 draft, the man they call Matty Ice, quarterback Matt Ryan.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Malik Jackson in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And they'll run it here. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's an intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Neutral zone infraction.
A pretty large middle mistake right there to give him the first.
It's situational football, and you have to know you're down in distance. On that 4th down, any type of penalty would give them a 1st down, so you can't jump off sides. You can't encroach. You got to be careful.
They give it to him right up the gut. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run. This is Powell. Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the gun, it's Bortles. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there. Knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the 1st. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily The coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Here's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays. 3 first downs?
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And this one is incomplete. Out that far wide. Always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Marcel Darius with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Fourth down. Here's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Ted Ginn, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Boy, what a job there. 4th down that far away from the end zone just to get it in, get that done.
An unlikely result, but it occurred nonetheless. What a terrific play. Great way to finish and in the end zone.
And the defense has to be scratching their heads, right?
That's usually to their advantage. In that situation, they should be able to make a play on the ball, but instead it turned out to be a touchdown, and they've got to go figure it out on their sideline.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Lee's got it over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll try to run for it on the draw. Fighting his way to the 35-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Here's Ryan to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. They get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw again is Ryan. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here comes Blake Bortles now to lead his offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. So we've reached halftime here with a bit. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's Oliver. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So that erases a game-tying touchdown.
And wouldn't you hate to be the person that committed the foul on that play? Film is not going to be fun for him, but right now, he's got to regroup and continue to play.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now T.J. Yeldon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Falcons. T.J. Yeldon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Here's Botcher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. This is the running back, Powell. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage just comes through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. That time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to the back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A very solid gain of 27. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Bortles to throw. And that is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this third quarter. So it's his third field goal now with the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead. It's
been a back and forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction. I need you to make sure we carry it home.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ryan now to throw on third down. And he's got Sanu. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Falcons are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run.
Maybe somebody else looted him.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. That wanted to be with the field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Powell fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Bortles to throw on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's third down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it.
Back now in Atlanta. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Bortles now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Bortles to throw once more. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Now Bortles, gotta have this one. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they'll go on the ground. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And he said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
1st and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the deep. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Ryan. He's going to sling it. He's got a man complete. A gain of 39 that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Shotgun now for Bortles. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a handoff for Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
He's still rumbling. Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Ice-T is going to voice a character in there.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Ryan wants to throw it. That's complete. Right around the 8. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us?
We were standing up.
I had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line? Oh, that was fun.
So for Atlanta, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the calendar change to October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.